morning, Roger. How is she this morning?
I don't know, Maeve. I gave her a sedative last night, and she's been asleep for almost 18 hours.
Bob said she was hurt.
Yeah, obviously she's been through quite a bit, but she made no sense, so I don't even know what happened.
But there are no broken bones or anything like that?
No. Just cuts and bruises, no broken bones. But I can't judge her mental state until she wakes up.
Roger, I hope you realize how grateful we all are to you for taking her in and taking care of her.
I'm glad to help, Maeve.
In a way, I suppose she's still a Ryan responsibility,
Maeve,
but...
Maeve, please. Now, Maeve, you're going to have to stop that. For Delia's sake, for everybody's sake, there's got to be more of an emotional distance between the Ryans and Delia.
Disappointed in her as I am and angry with her as I am, if she's still sick...
But Maeve, don't you see? Part of that sickness is the unhealthy dependence that she's had on you and the Ryans. And if she wakes up and finds one Ryan here ready to encourage her to be dependent again, it could stop any kind of growth that she might have out of the situation.
Do you really think that she can grow, that she can get better?
I hope so. Now, I don't know if she's willing to work for it.
Oh. Well, she's not much attracted to work, let me tell you. But except in a curious way, I guess she spent a lot of effort to her scheming.
Maeve? Is that you?
It's a good son, Maeve.
Maeve?
Yes, dear. I just came by for a minute.
Am I home with you?
No, you're in Roger's apartment, but you're safe from any harm.
No one else knows that I'm here, right?
That's right, Delia.
My face. My face is cut. I went through a window.
Your face is just fine, Dee.
A window?
I was at a hotel, and there was this man, Lloyd. Everything was dark, and it was very damp. It was horrible.
Delia, now just take it easy, honey. Whatever happened, it's over. You're safe now.
He's not gonna come back here?
No, Dee. You're gonna have a nice breakfast and then go see Dr. Pagano. I already talked to him this morning.
I don't want to see Dr. Pagano.
Delia, you must listen to Roger. He's only telling you something that he thinks is going to help.
Maybe you're mad at me. You sound like you're mad at me.
No. I'm not angry at this moment. I have a feeling of terrible sadness, and I've got many regrets, but where you're concerned, what you've got to turn your attention to is getting better, dear.
So you're not going to help me? Okay, I can be all alone. I know this whole thing is hopeless.
Well, dear, I'm going to have to leave now, but we'll be in touch with Roger to check on how you're doing. And don't worry about little John. He's just fine.
Thank you, Maeve. You did beautifully.
Well, the last thing any of us want is for Delia to remain the dependent child she is. But it's so hard to tell how sick she is.
Well, I'm afraid that I don't know what to expect next. All I know is that if she's going to get better, she's got to go into therapy with Pagano, and she's got to learn to help herself.
I'll light a candle.
Thank you, Maeve.
Bye-bye.
Roger? Did Maeve go? Because if she went, she didn't say goodbye to me.
That's not important now, Dee. How do you feel?
I feel much better.
Good. Because I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say.
So 52.
Well, I wasn't entirely sure you were going to turn up.
I wasn't entirely sure I was either.
Although I knew last night, of course, that I wasn't the one you were mad at.
I'm not mad at anyone. I'm not. But I am is a little tired and fed up with the whole situation.
I understand perfectly.
As a matter of fact, you don't. There's no way that you could. And if you don't mind, let's drop it.
I would be delighted. We can talk about me.
Ah, what a refreshing change.
Hey, listen, I know why you don't want to discuss Frank with me. But I do hope that you confide in someone. It's not good to sit on anger. Now, you know that as well as I do.
If you don't change the subject, you will be the one that I'm angry with.
Sorry.
I don't need psychiatric advice. Politician in the middle of a campaign goes to a union picnic, shakes a couple of hands, and makes a speech. It's a little futile to get angry
Well,
with.
listen, I agree completely, but the fact is that
Do you like mushu pork?
What a delicate hint.
It would take a club to persuade you to change the subject.
To answer your question, yes. I do like mushu pork.
Good. So do I. Oh, and you know what Edmund likes?
What?
The chess set you brought me.
Oh, really?
I turned my back this morning. I turned around again, and he had the white knight. He was chewing on it. It's amazing how much time and energy goes into growing his teeth.
Well, now, he sees what he wants, and he goes right after it, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Hey, listen. Have you thought about schools? I mean, have you given it any thought at all?
He's only 15 months old.
I know how old he is, and I can see that you haven't even given it a single thought.
You're right, I haven't.
Well, I have been wondering about nursery school.
Huh. Well, I guess he could go to the one I went to. It's still operating, and it's right around the corner.
Well, if it's good, sure. Listen, now, children learn more in those first few years than any other time. A place where Edmund is stimulated, where his curiosity is aroused, it can be tremendously important in those first years.
You've been reading up on this, haven't you?
Well, I wouldn't say I've done a study in depth. I mean, I've had to accept the fact that Edmund isn't my child. But I was kind of curious about the sort of things that he should be doing these next few months.
You have been reading up on it.
I guess I have. Does that bother you?
No. No, actually, I'm touched. Jose!
Joe, how are you?
How are you? Oh, meet a friend of mine, Dr. Seneca Bolak, Riverside Hospital, Jose Melendez.
Doctor?
Hello.
Jose was a congressman up until a couple of months ago when he resigned.
Ah.
Will you join us?
I'd like to very much. I'm meeting a couple of people here in a few minutes.
Well, when they come, you'll go back.
Okay.
You know, I haven't heard any of the details about this resignation. I can't believe it.
Well, Washington wasn't exactly what we expected. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about it this morning in connection with Frank. I hope he isn't making the same mistake I made.
Well, what mistake is that?
Your life isn't your own when you get down there. It's incredible, you know, and if the House is bad, the Senate is twice as bad.
You really think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear more about that.
Oh, going in the water was insane. Oh, it's warm in here.
Oh, that's because it's been heated by the fire. Oh, let me see.
What?
Oh, goose flesh, you really are cold.
What'd you think I was doing out there? An imitation? I'm freezing.
I know a wonderful way to raise body temperature.
Oh, you feel good.
Oh, you feel pretty good, too.
Oh, I better call my service.
No, call them later.
No, I better call them now. We might go to sleep.
Okay, we'll call them quick.
I will. What are you gonna do about your summary?
You're
I
not
thought you were
gonna-
gonna start today.
Yeah, but you're not going to tell me something like first things first.
I am so compulsive about delivering things on time.
Yes, that you're going to be compulsive about my delivering things in time as well.
Something like that. Riverside Hospital? Pediatrics, please.
Do you want a drink?
Something hot, maybe. No, beer.
You got hot beer?
Oh, terrific. Thank you. Hello, this is Dr. Coleridge. Anything for me? I see. What about the Marshall child? Oh, wonderful. Oh, good. Will you please tell her that I'm thrilled about her progress? Okay, and what about the others? Newman. Oh, good. And Dodge? Okay. And what about Goldberg? Oh, well, so everything's fine. Okay, now you know where to reach me if you need me. Okay, thanks a lot, Martha. Bye-bye. Well, I'm not indispensable.
Wrong. And I'm not the only one who feels that way.
Are you talking about Pat?
Well, possibly.
Tom, we were just enjoying the moment. We were having fun with Angel and being happy about his recovery.
I know. I'm not finding fault with that. The problem's me and my taking everything to heart. The truth is, I've taken you to heart.
I love you, but I don't want to be indispensable.
Well, how can I change? I can't just love you a little bit.
I think I've noticed that.
You know, Faith, right now I feel I'm just never going to get enough of you. I feel I'm never going to be able to talk to you for long enough. I'm never going to be able to take you to all those wonderful places I want to share with you. Oh, the Burren. All of Ireland, all of New York, all of America. Oh, this beach house.
Oh, stop. I'll settle for the beach house.
Oh, but you see, that's just it. I won't.
We'll do all those other places later. Right now, we're here. I like that.
So do I. Faith, do you know what I'm thinking?
You're probably thinking what you're always thinking.
You're absolutely right.
Well, I've called my service. What about your summary?
Well, to hell with my summary.
Why don't we go upstairs?
Because it's nice and warm here, and I love you, and I don't want to do anything as prosaic as going upstairs.
Oh.
You don't really want to go upstairs, do you?
No. But, I don't want to take chances.
Faith, I love you.
Tom.
Keep coming. Get HBO and Stars free for 3 months. Call Dish Network and upgrade today.
I don't want to talk. I want to go back to sleep.
No, you're not, Delia. However, you can have a cup of coffee or breakfast if you like before we get into this.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Delia, will you stop jumping to conclusions? I simply want to make it clear what my position is before there's any kind of misunderstanding later on.
Position about what?
About helping you.
You gonna help me?
I will be happy to. But if I do, I expect certain things in return.
What sort of things?
To begin with, you need professional therapy, which I am willing to pay for, and we can discuss how you can repay me later on.
Therapy?
You will see Al Pagano this morning and set up a weekly schedule, probably 3 or 4 sessions a week.
No, hey, look, he doesn't care about me, so I'm not going.
Look, Delia, I don't know how sick you still are, and I'm not sure whether you understand me. But I have to go on the assumption that you can.
Patty's gone. Babe is gone. Everybody is gone.
Delia. I'm sorry. Now try and pay attention.
Try to pay attention.
First of all, you have very few alternatives. You've worn out your welcome with the Ryans. Your brother is very angry with you, and you don't have any money. And to the best of my knowledge, you have no other friends that you can turn to.
Nobody wants me.
Delia, I am willing to help you on one condition. And that condition is that you are willing to help yourself.
I can't.
Nonsense.
I can't, Roger. I can't.
All right, then that is too bad. Because if that's the case, I'm going to see that you have breakfast, make sure that you are dressed, and put you out that door.
I don't want to go out the door.
Then that is your problem.
Roger, you're supposed to be my friend.
Delia, I am not Patty, and I will not encourage this infantile behavior.
You want to send me out there so I can be killed. Couldn't I just say this morning, just today, I'll leave tomorrow morning, I promise.
Now, Delia, you will listen to me, because I'm going to say this one more time.
Okay.
If I am going to give you help, you will agree to therapy with Dr. Pagano. And if you don't, you are going to go out that door as soon as I give you breakfast.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Delia, will you make up your mind what you're going to do? I'm not going to prolong this one more minute.
All right. I'll go see Dr. Pagano. I'll go, I promise.
Good. Now, how would you like your eggs?
Apple and proves the poster ship.
What was it like living in Washington?
Well, at first it's very grand and exciting. You have wonderful office space, you have perks, free mail, and they treat you as a very important person.
Well, which you are, being a congressman.
But if you take it seriously, as I did, and which I feel Frank would, the work is incredible. First of all, committee meetings take up all your time, even if you're just a beginner. Then on top of that, you have to deal with attending roll call votes, which is more than a part-time job, let's say. Top of that is dealing with the office, accepting visitors from home, and somewhere in there squeezing in the idea of representing your constituency.
They keep you busy.
Oh, it's a job and a half.
Yeah, but other people have gone to Congress before and
Yes, but
they've
you see,
managed.
Jill, that government right now is so much bigger and complicated. After a year and a half, Marie said she was going to take the kids home. The only reason they were in Washington was so they could see their father. They weren't seeing me.
Wasn't there any way to work it out?
Well, we tried. Sometimes we would, Marie and I would try to have lunch together. I would be delayed. We would set up an outing for the kids. There would be an emergency. It was the same kind of situation, and we started laughing at the whole situation. We just said, what a crazy way to live.
Yeah?
But it got worse, and after a while, we couldn't laugh about it anymore. Marie got angry. We started having fights. I know, married couples have fights. But then she began to cry.
Oh, Jose.
We decided that Washington was a place for people who are afraid of intimacy, who just don't want to be too close to people. It's okay if you want to do good works, or if you want to argue politics, or be involved in big issues, not for family life.
And you're glad you resigned?
It was either Congress or Maria. Yes, I'm glad. I'm very glad.
At least it had a happy ending.
Oh, we're fine now. We're very fine. Jill, I want you to tell Frank that I wish him the best of luck. Although the luckiest thing might be for him not to be elected.
I'll tell him, Jose.
Gentlemen, thank you. There's my appointment. I wish I could stay so I could tell you some of the real horror stories about Washington.
No, spare us.
How do you always look so beautiful?
Oh, you're nice. You're really nice. Thank you.
Con mucho gusto.
Mi placer, caballero.
Hey, he's terrific. I can see why he was elected to Congress.
You're not saying anything.
Neither are you.
I'm not sure which I prefer. You're telling me what's on your mind, or you're sitting there thinking about it so obviously.
Well, now, all you have to do is tell me what you want, and that's what I'll do.
I would like you not to say anything.
Not a word.
I would also like you not to sit there with that "I told you so" look on your face.
I'm trying to think of something else.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you order lunch for both of us?
Both of us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Total control. You get to pick what's good for me, what you think I like, and what you think I should eat.
Well, I can do that.
I know you're in a ferment of frustration, and ordering lunch for the two of us will be a good diversion.
Please, would you excuse me? I am about to order a spectacular feast. Now, you just sit there and think pretty thoughts.
New Year's Day. Take a holiday from the holidays. SoapNet's bringing you a 10-hour private practice marathon. Catch the entire second season. The private practice marathon starts at 9 a.m. on New Year's Day, and it's only on SoapNet.